Dear students, welcome to the science class. So in the last class we are discussing about the magnetic effects of electric current topic. In that topic we discussed about the current carrying conductor when kept in a magnetic field is going to experience the force. Because of that force it starts to move. It will become in the motion. So about that we discussed in the last class as well as we discussed about the Fleming's left hand rule. So by using the Fleming's left hand rule, we find out the direction of the force which is acting on that current carrying conductor which is kept in a magnetic field. Right. So today we are going to discuss about the electric motor. Electric motor, that is nothing but DC motor. So we have two types of the motor, one is the AC motor, another one is the DC motor. So in this case we are going to only study about the DC motor. So what is the DC motor and what is the AC motor? What is the difference here? DC motor is nothing but which is going to work on the direct current, whereas AC motor is nothing but what it is going to work on the alternating current. So if you see here the fans, so whatever the body which are rotating like pump sets for used for the taking the water from the well or bore wells, those are going to work on this motor. Mixer grinders, they are going to work on the motors, electric motors. So for the rotating that thing, now we see that the fans are going to rotate as well as to uptake the water, the fans, whatever the fans which are present inside those things are going to rotate. For that rotation, what is helpful here? It is nothing but it is the electric motor. So what is the main work of the electric motor here? Electric motor is going to convert the electrical energy into a mechanical energy. It is going to convert the electrical energy into the mechanical energy. So the rotation is nothing but what? It is a mechanical energy which is produced by the electrical energy consumption by that electric motor. Right, in this case we are going to study about the DC motor, not about the AC motor. So what is the DC motor here? DC motor is nothing but what? It is going to utilize the direct current. Direct current means it is not going to change its direction. It is not going to change its direction. Whereas AC current is what? It is going to change its direction for every half rotation. If it is possible while discussing about the generator, I am going to tell about what is AC current and what is DC current. Since it is not there in your syllabus, it is not given for your syllabus due to the COVID pandemic. If it is possible, I am going to discuss about how we are going to generate AC current and how we are going to generate DC current. What is the difference between AC and DC current? So up to that point, just remember DC current is nothing but direct current. That is not going to change its direction. But AC current is going to change its direction like this. Here I am given a diagram here. Right. So first it is at the first half rotation it is going in this direction. Second half rotation it is in opposite direction. Since here the directions are reversal. But if you take the direct current here, direct current always travel like this. So it is not going to change its direction, or you can say that direct current always travel like this. Is it changing its direction? No, it is not changing its direction. So this is the major difference between the direct current and the alternating current. So we are discussing about the electric motor depending on the direct current, so then it is not changing its direction. Right. Now we already discussed about direct current and alternating current, as well as we discussed about what is the main purpose of the electric motor. That is nothing but it is going to convert electrical energy into the mechanical energy. It is going to convert electrical energy into mechanical energy. Then what is the principle here? On which principle does this electric motor is going to work? By seeing the diagram, we are directly going to say that on which principle it is going to work. See here we have a current carrying conductor which is kept in a magnetic field. Right, when a current carrying conductor is kept in a magnetic field, what is going to do here? It is going to experience some force. Because of that force, it starts to move. It will become in the motion. That is nothing but it is going to start to rotate. If it starts to rotate, whatever the axle which is connected here, it is also start going to rotate. If you connect fan here, it is also going to start rotate. So that on that principle it is going to work. So what is that principle here? That principle is nothing but when a current carrying conductor, current carrying conductor kept in a magnetic field is experiences a force. Because of that force, it starts to rotate. Because of that force, it starts to rotate. So when a current carrying conductor kept in a magnetic field, it starts to experience a force. Because of that force, it starts to rotate. So this is the major principle of the electric motor. Now let us see the construction here of the electric motor. So we have a horseshoe magnet, or we have a north and south pole. So it is a horseshoe magnet, right? It is in lab scale. We are constructing a motor at a lab scale. Right, that lab scale is going to be scaled up to a factory scale, industrial scale by using this model only. Right, so here we are taking what? Here we are taking a horseshoe magnet. That horseshoe magnet contains a north pole and a south pole. So that we can produce the magnetic field here. So that we are going to produce the magnetic field and we are going to keep a conductor so that it is going to experience some force. Right, next what we have here, we have a battery connection to conductor, so which is connected to the carbon brushes here. Here this is the carbon brush. The brush is like the toothpaste you see here. On the front surface of the toothpaste we have the brush, right? In the same manner here is also brush, but those brushes are made from the carbon. Since carbon is a good conductor of electric current, not the carbon but the graphite. Those are made from the graphite. Graphite is the good conductor of electricity. You are going to study about that things in the carbon and its compounds topic. So we are going to discuss about the allotropes of the carbon. We are going to discuss about the fullerene. We are going to discuss about the diamond. We are going to discuss about the graphite. Right? In one of that allotrope, graphite is the good conductor of electricity. For that reason, we are making a brushes of the graphite here. There is nothing but carbon brushes which are connected to these split rings, right? So that they can give the current to this conductor, right? Next, these are in contact with the split rings. These are the two split rings, right? How does the split rings are connected here? If this is the coil here, one split ring is connected to one coil, another split ring is connected to the another coil. So here if it is a rectangular coil here, this coil is connected to this coil, this split ring, this is connected to this split ring. So these two wires are connected to two split rings. So they are continuously going to rotate like this. And they have some gap like this. So when they rotate like this, what is going to happen? This is connected to one carbon brush, this is connected to the one carbon brush. So let us see here. This is P and this is Q. Right, this is X carbon brush, it is the Y carbon brush. So what they are going to do here, X carbon brush and Y carbon brush are not going to change their position. But when this starts to rotate, P and Q split rings are going to change their places, so that they are going to rotate like this. When they rotate, after the half rotation, P split ring is going to connect it to the Y and Q split ring is going to connect it to the X. After the completion of again one round, it is going to connect to the X carbon brush. And again it is going to connect to the Y carbon brush. Right. For that reason, carbon brushes are connected like this. They are in contact but not accurately connected. So that continuously there will be a rotation is going to happen in this split rings. Right. Because of that thing, we are going to use the split rings to change the direction of the current after every half rotation. So it is going to change the direction of the current at every half rotation. Because of that thing, split rings are also known as the commutator. So that commutator is nothing but what? They are going to change the direction of the current at every half rotation. So commutator is the change the direction. They are going to change the direction. So about that we are going to discuss while discussing about the working of this thing. So these things are connected to a rectangular coil. Rectangular coil, that is nothing but ABCD, which is kept in a magnetic field. So if I want to take here a rectangular coil, I am going to take an example of the book. This is the book. So this book is kept here like this. We take here like this in a magnetic field. So this will be the A and this will be the B and this will be the C and this will be the D. So this is connected to like this wire. So let this be the A, this be the B, this be the C and this be the B. So So it is connected like this. Magnetic field direction is like this. Current direction is like this. Right. So like this we have connected. So ABCD is a rectangular coil which is made of a conducting material which is kept in a magnetic field. So we have various components here. So we have the NS magnetic field. NS is nothing but those are the magnets which is going to produce the magnetic field here. ABCD is the rectangular coil. Right. X and Y are the carbon brushes. P and Q are the split rings. This is nothing but an axle. So for that we are going to connect a turbine or we are going to connect the fans or wings so that when it rotates, it's also going to rotate. When it rotates, the fans are also going to rotate. So that we are converting this electrical energy to the mechanical energy. Now which are connected to a source of the battery. So this is the construction of the what? This is the construction of a electric motor. Now let us we are going to see the working of the electric motor now. So this thing we have here. Now see here, this is the what? This is the this is the rectangular coil which is connected to here. Now see here. Now what will be the direction of the current here? Working. Right. At the start, when you switch on this switch, what will happen here? The direction of the current here from positive to negative, it is going to pass from the P split ring to the AB direction like this. Like this, it is going to go. Now the direction of the current is from AB, CD. It is from direction of the current is from AB, CD in the first case. So the direction of the current AB, CD. When you switch on the current here, the direction of the current is going to pass from the AB, CD in the direction of the AB, CD. So the current is going from A to B, C, D. A, B, C, D like this it is continuing. Again it is going to come to the negative terminal at the first half. So if we check here, the direction of the current at this position is from upward direction and the direction of the magnetic field is from the north to the south direction. North to the south direction. So if we here apply the Fleming's left hand rule here. Fleming's left hand rule here. So take here. This is the A, B, C, D. So the current direction is from AB like this in the upward direction. Right, upward direction. At the half rotation, if we apply the Fleming's left hand rule here, this thing, what is going to happen? This is the rectangular coil. See here. If I apply the Fleming's left hand rule, here in this case it is the north direction and in this case it is the south direction. So if you keep here, right? So the direction of the magnetic field, that is nothing but mother in this direction. Right, mother in this direction, right? So what is the direction of the current here? Current direction is like this. Current direction is upward direction. So in which direction it is going to rotate now? In which direction it is going to rotate? It is going to rotate like this. Right? It is going to rotate like this. Are you getting point? My point here. Now the direction of the magnetic field is in this direction. The direction of the current is the upward direction. Then what will be the direction of the force here? Force is acting at this point inside here. Now if it starts to rotate, the whole thing is going to start to rotate like this. Whole thing is going to start rotate. So see here, this ABCD is coming like this. ABCD is coming like this. So after the half rotation, it is going to rotate like this. So in which direction it is rotating? See here, it is rotating in the clockwise direction. Right, if you see here, it is rotating in anti-clockwise direction or clockwise direction. It may be in anti-clockwise direction or it may be clockwise direction depending on the direction of the current. So it is rotating like this. So it rotates. Right, after the first half. Right, see here, after the rotation of this thing, what is going to happen here? This whole thing is going to rotate. Right, after the half rotation, this D is coming at the position of A, this is coming in the position of the B, and B is going to the position of B, and A is going into the position of D. So if you check here, remember here A, B, C, D. After the half rotation, see here this is the D is coming at the position of A. So it becomes D, C, B, A. It is going to become D, C, B, A. D, C, B, A. But see here, and initially it is connected to the negative terminal. D is connected to the negative terminal, whereas A is connected to the positive terminal. A is connected to the positive terminal. When they rotate here, D comes to the position of A. At that time, D which is connected to the negative terminal is going to connect to the positive terminal now. It is going to connect to the positive terminal. So why it is connecting to the positive terminal here? Because of the split rings. Because of the split rings. So these split rings, whatever they are connected here, are going to rotate like this. Are going to rotate like this. So if there is some gap here, because of that gap, when they rotate, this Y split ring. So this Q split ring is going to come in the position of the P split ring, and this P split ring is going to go in the position of the Q split ring. So if the Q is coming in the P direction, which is connected to the positive terminal. Which is connected to the positive terminal. So that the direction of the current will be same here again. The direction of the current will be same here. Right? Because of the split ring, it is changing the direction of the current. It is changing the direction of the current. If you see here, at initially the direction of the current is from C to D, but here in this case, the current direction after the half rotation, it is from D to C. It is from D to C. Why? Because of this split rings are changing the direction of the current. When they rotate like this, it is connected to negative and this is connected to positive. When they rotate like this, there is the gap and they are going to come like this. So now this is connected to the negative terminal and this is connected to the positive terminal. And this is connected to the positive terminal. Therefore, now direction of the current here, the direction of the current I is from DC BA. Is from DC BA. So we already have the half rotation here. Right? We have the half rotation here. So again we have get like this. Now what is the direction of the current here from DC BA? Because of this split rings, the direction of the current is changing. Because of that thing, we have the direction of the current as DC BA. So again here we are going to apply the Fleming's left hand rule. When you apply the Fleming's left hand rule again, the direction of the magnetic field is inverse like this from north to the south, and the direction of the current is the upward direction. The direction of the current is the upward direction. So what is the direction of the force here? Again inverse. So again it is going to rotate like this. Again A, B, C, D. Again split rings changing their positions. Because of that there is the change in the direction of the current. So again it is going to rotate like this. Again it is going to rotate like this. Again it is going to rotate like this. So continuously it starts to rotate like this in only one direction. Only one direction. If it starts to rotate like this in only one direction, what is going to happen? Whatever the axle which is connected here, it is also going to start in the same manner. When it starts to rotate in the same manner, what is going to happen? Which is connected to fans. Fans are also going to rotate like this. Rotate like this. So this is the major functioning or major working procedure of the electric motor. Electric motor. See once again, if there is no presence of the split rings, what is going to happen here? This is ABCD. The direction of the current here is ABCD. So it is going to rotate like this at the first half rotation. Then if you see here, at the second case, it is connected to the negative terminal. So again the current of the direction of the current here is ABCD. If it doesn't use the split ring, the direction of the current here is ABCD. Again when you apply the Fleming's left hand rule here, the direction of the current is in upward direction, the direction of the magnetic field is in the left hand direction. Again it is going to rotate in the backward direction again like this. So if it comes, the force acting here is in this direction. So again it is going to come here. After coming at this position, again the force is acting in this direction. Again it is going to go like this. If it is continuously doing this thing, is it possible that it is going to rotate there? No, it is not possible that this thing is going to rotate. Because of that thing, here we are using the split rings for the direct current, so that it is going to change its direction and the rotation will be completed. The rotation will be completed like this. So I hope this is correct and understandable. Everything is understandable now. Why we are using the split rings, how it is working. Right? or you can use the right hand palm rule here. At this position, the direction of the current is upward direction. The direction of the magnetic field is in the left hand direction. So force here. After here also there is change in the direction of the current. Again the direction of the current is in the upward direction. The direction of the magnetic field in the left hand direction. Again it is going to rotate. So this is the major working procedure of electric motor. Electric motor. So I hope everything is clear about the functioning of the electric motor as well as the work of the what is the work of the carbon brush, what is the work of the split rings. I hope everything is clear. Why it is essential that we are going to put the split rings here, so that they are going to change the direction of the electric current. Right. Now you may ask one question here. What is that question? See here, the direction of the current here is in the upward direction. But what will be the direction of the current here in this direction? It will be from in the direction of the magnetic field. The direction of the magnetic field. So, is it possible that here it is going to experience force? Because of that experiencing force, it is going to rotate in this direction. See here, it is only rotating like this. Why it is not rotating like this in the upward and downward motion? Why it is not like this? If you remember while discussing about the Fleming's left hand rule, if you check here, the direction of the magnetic field and the direction of the electric current both are same, both in the parallel direction. Right? If both are in the parallel direction, there is no possibility that they are going to experience any force. If you remember that, they should be in the perpendicular to experience maximum force. If they are not perpendicular, if they are parallel to each other, there is no possibility that they are going to experience force. Because of that thing, here there will be no forces acting. Because of the initial force, it will be continuously rotating. It will be continuously rotating. So this is about the electric motor. So how can you increase the amount of rotation here? Amount of rotation here. Again we have the formula that is nothing but F is equal to B into I into L. So one case we are going to do here, we are going to increase the magnetic field here. Increase the magnetic field. By increasing the magnetic field, we are going to increase the rotation here. Second thing, by increasing the current. When you increase the current, this rotation or this working is going to get increased. It is going to get increased. Or else we can use, instead of this magnet, we can use the electromagnet. We can use the electromagnet. For the industrial purpose, we are going to use the electromagnet. In that electromagnet, we are going to put this rod. So due to that electromagnetic, due to this principle again, it starts to rotate. Because of that rotation, we are going to get the mechanical energy. We are going to get the mechanical energy. So this is about the electric motor. I hope everything is clear. Alright. So in that thing, in the page number 233, related to this topic, they are given some in-text questions. So the first in-text question is this state Fleming's left-hand rule. So we know that state Fleming's left-hand rule. We have to state these things. Second question is what is the principle of an electric motor? That is nothing but here I have written here. When current carrying conductor kept in a magnetic field, it is going to experience some force. Because of that force, it starts to rotate. And the third question is what is the role of the split ring in an electric motor? What is the role of the split ring in an electric motor? So split ring is going to work as the commutator, that is nothing but it is going to change the direction of the current at every half rotation. So these are the three questions which are given in the in-text questions. So in the next class we are going to discuss about the electromagnetic induction. Up to that point, thank you, take care, stay well, stay home.